Hey, Zach. Since it's plague season, pretty much every sport you can think of that plays during March has been suspended. The NBA, NHL, March Madness, etc. My focus, though, is on the NBA. If the NBA decides to finish the season, should they start where they left off in the regular season, or should they jump straight into the playoffs? Here's my fear. If I could see the NBA jumping right into the playoffs. Here's my fear if that did happen, is that teams will not be ready to play. Like, what if the Lakers just need a week to play together, to gel before they play a basketball game right away? And what if the Lakers or the Clippers or some really great team is booted from the playoffs because they just haven't gotten their legs back under them? I would love for a 1 month or like a 3-week period of games in the NBA. Give us like a 1 month NBA season, then jump into the playoffs. That'd be interesting to me. Plus you got to acknowledge other NBA franchises that didn't make the playoffs have to matter too. I mean, I'd like to see other teams get some games. The New Orleans Pelicans have Zion Williamson. They have Lonzo Ball. They have Brandon Ingram. It'd be interesting. I want to watch the Pelicans play more. I want to watch the Blazers play more. I want to watch other teams that maybe aren't going to make the playoffs or right on the playoff hunt have a couple more games left to play. Now, yeah, if there is nothing else, if it's playoffs or nothing, I want to have the NBA playoffs happen. I mean, especially the NBA playoffs were going to be epic this year. I mean, you had LeBron James and the Lakers versus Kawhi and the Celtics, the battle for LA in the West. You had the Thunder at the 5 seed in the West, led by Chris Paul and a bunch of young players, kind of surprising everybody. You have the Rockets, had this weird dynamic where they're a really small team with very little height. They have James Harden, Russell Westbrook, but it was fun. The Mavs are led by Luka Doncic. Honestly, the West, I mean, not to mention, in the Western Conference, you have the number 10 seed right now. You have the New Orleans Pelicans, which is like, whoa, Zion, whoa. They're really making strides. The Blazers are the number 9th seed. Both the Blazers and the Pelicans have an opportunity. They were rising up the standings and maybe could have made the playoffs if the year hadn't come to a halt the way it did. And now the rumor is that this is why I would like a month of games before going right into the playoffs, because, again, the playoff race was just heating up. The teams at the bottom of the West were like, it was just coming really close and getting really interesting. I would hate to see the Blazers season just over or the Pelicans season just over with no opportunity for them to climb back up in the standings. Now, the rumor is if we had the NBA Finals in August, that would push the start of next year's NBA season to Christmas Day. And I would love if the new precedent in the NBA is that NBA season goes from Christmas Day until, end of summer. That'd be very awesome. I would love that. I would love that for the NBA. Normally the NBA starts in like October, I believe, and we just don't need that. I would prefer to push it back another 2 months, 2 or 3 months. And if what we had in sports was the NFL from August to February, and right as the NFL is kind of winding down, and Christmas Day, the NBA started, so that all through the NFL playoffs, you had the NBA season. Then right as the Super Bowl ends, we hit the heart of the NBA season. Like, oh, that'd be awesome to have the NBA go from December all through summer. It'd be great. Half the year's NFL season, the other half of the year would be NBA season. That'd be great. I think it'd be really, really fun, and I'd love to see that. Now, there are also a ton of other storylines around the NBA in the Eastern Conference playoffs as well. Giannis and the Bucks are phenomenal. They have the best record in the NBA. They were dominating the NBA. The Raptors lost Kawhi Leonard, but they were still number 2 in the Eastern Conference. Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat were doing great. They were the number 5 seed, a higher seed than his former team, the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers, maybe the Heat were the 4th seed. I can't remember right now. I think they're actually the 4th seed because the 76ers were 2 below with the 6th seed and the 6th seed. Man, the 76ers had this incredible roster on paper, and they just were not able, they haven't been able to put it together all year. Boston was interesting. The Boston Celtics were the 3rd ranked seed in the standings in the Eastern Conference. They have a point guard I love, Kemba Walker. I love their coach, Brad Stevens. I mean, man, I hope that the NBA season gets to finish because the NBA had so many incredible storylines going on. And I just hope we get to see the season finished, man. I really do. Honestly, I have no idea what to expect at this point. I don't even know when the world's going to go back to normal. Everything seems wrong and off. But I just hope that we get to see the rest of the NBA season. I'm not hopeful. I have no idea. But what was going on in the NBA right as the season came to a halt because of, the thing going around, it was going so well, so interesting, and just ramping up when the year had to be postponed. And so I hope we get the end of the NBA season. I think it'd be phenomenal. In case you don't know, Strong Opinion Sports is not just a YouTube channel. It is also a full audio podcast. You can find it on Spotify, on iTunes, on Google Play, pretty much everywhere you find podcasts. And if you like podcasts, please do me a huge favor and give it a listen.